In this video, I'd like to just talk about the unknown. And I'm just going to use my life examples because I'm no guru or expert. It's just observing how my life transpired and how the plan that the divine kind of acts to your benefit in the unknown, not in the thing that you think it should be and you have everything planned out. Um, so my experience is consistently when I try to plan for things, when I try to figure everything out, it falls apart. Um, and I've had so many situations during which this happened. And then the thing that I could not even predict, or the thing that I thought wouldn't be the best thing for me, turned out to be the better thing for me. I can just give a few examples, but I have so many. Like, for years, I was preparing and just had a really strong desire to get a second degree, second master's, and just to do it abroad. Like, it was just a dream since I was, well, to study abroad since I was 18. I didn't do it, and I always regretted it. And I regret for the reasons I didn't do it. And I kept working on it. I kept trying to just not give up and figure it out. It costs money. So, and for years, I didn't know what that second degree was going to be. So I tried different courses. I tried like just listening what I was interested in and look for things that were free or inexpensive to pursue within the realms of what interested me. And then I came to final conclusion that I was interested in business and in the environment. So then I started seeing like there are programs that are coming out that are like green MBA or like business and environment together because, well, the environment is becoming damaged through business. And my belief is always it can be healed through business as well, not government intervention. So I was, so I'm a speech therapist. I worked in the schools. It's dreadful to work in the schools. I was contracting because it's more money that way. And I kind of planned out that in order to go to the program that I wanted, and at the time I was going for a shorter program, like a summer program. That's what I was looking at in Norway, which was $10,000. And then I got to figure out what am I going to do with my dog for the summer, and then where am I going to live. So it was kind of shaky plan at best, but it was like at least something I had to work towards. So I thought, okay, I have the amount that I need. So I thought, okay, I need to renew the contract and have like a side job. Like if you work in the schools, a lot of people have side jobs. I was off for the summer and I was able to secure that side job that whole summer. And then I was so sure, and the agency that I contracted through was so sure that I was going to get the contract because this district was really interested in asking whether I was available. Well, that district really sucks. They really screw over their employees, especially the contract ones. And they literally, last minute, the week before school started, that contract, they said, no, we don't need her. And that side job at a clinic fell apart because of whatever. I was in a panic. I was running out of savings. I was so sure everything was set. And I just felt like my dreams fell apart right there and then. And the area that I lived in just didn't have a lot of, like everything got filled up pretty quickly for the school year. And this certain region, the salaries were really low, and another region because there's a high demand, they were higher. That's where the school district was. So I didn't know what to do. I don't see anything, any openings anymore. So then I remember beginning of the summer, I got an email from another clinic that saw my resume on Indeed. I didn't even update that resume. And they asked me if I'm interested in picking up a few clients. And I was like, well, I'm already doing it for the other clinic, so I don't need this one. So I didn't respond. So I remembered, like I started looking through the emails, and turned out they did have a few clients. They hired a few people. So it's like these few clients will be like, they wanted to take on several speech therapists. This is what clinics usually do. They like to have several available. So it's like, they took me on, they had several, and it's like the new ones that are going to come in is basically going to be split between these three. Like you're going to take turns, like you get one, you get one. So for a few months, my caseload was pretty low, and that district, I would see emails like they got an opening. So I thought maybe just try to apply back. It wasn't working out. And I just stayed there. I was like, well, a few is better than none. And then at the time, I also had a car that was exchanging my lease. My lease was up. It was a nice car, and ended up stuck with a car that cost a bit more, but I actually ended up loving it. And by that point, my caseload kept growing. So anyway, I ended up staying with that job for 1.5 years, and it allowed me to save up with just one job to save up what I needed. And I ended up shifting instead of Norway. It's like, okay, 3 months doesn't make sense. I found a program in Israel, and as a Jew, I could go there. I don't want to get into the Zionist stuff. Just I was like, oh, this is even better, actually. They have a full 1 year intensive program, exactly the type of program I was looking for. And you actually come out with a full degree, with a master's. And, you get support for moving there. So it was like the path was leading me in that direction. So I just, okay, now I'm looking at how much I need to save up for this. So the tuition for the Israeli one was also $10,000. Just pay for, you gotta pay for the move. You gotta save up for your stay there for at least a year. So anyway, as I'm getting ready for Israel, I'm applying to schools, and I saw a school in Tel Aviv, and I'm looking at different schools. I'm like, the one in Tel Aviv seemed like it was close to what I was looking for, and applied for that one. And it was actually, so it was more than 10,000. I ended up, like, the tax season came, and I ended up paying more taxes than I thought I was going to. I just kind of didn't expect that chunk to be just like, I was distraught for like a month. I was like, I don't know what to do. Well, then I thought, okay, let me keep looking at programs, because I definitely cannot afford Tel Aviv. And then in Haifa, which is more in Israel, I saw the program. Exactly. It was like, that one was definitely business school, and the one in Tel Aviv was kind of not so much. Had some business courses, but not as much as I wanted. And that one was 10,000, and it's cheaper to live in Haifa. So I applied to that one, did all the steps, the application, and got in. Okay, so now, okay, I got into the program, and it was hard for me to decide when should be my last time or period in Texas because I wanted to go to New York for a little while to stay with my family and then fly out of, I was like hoping to fly out of New York to Israel directly. I wasn't sure it would be the best decision. Summers usually get low for us, like half of my caseload would have been gone. So it's like I would be staying in Texas just to pay for rent, or I thought maybe just go to my parents' house, stay there for the summer, and I wouldn't need to pay rent and save up. I couldn't make the decision on my own. God made the decision for me. So I have a bit of a mouth, you know, the truther in me. And I ended up making a post on Facebook, just venting about a situation at work. I didn't breach HIPAA. I didn't break any laws. But I didn't know that my privacy settings were not tight. And I didn't know that the mothers that would come to our clinic literally take everybody's business card and then sit and look them up on Facebook. I didn't know this was going on. So this right away, a mother saw my post and went to the groups for all these mothers in that area to say, in this so-and-so clinic, this therapist is saying such and such. So it made like a bad reputation for the clinic. So I was fired. They gave me a 30-day notice. And basically the 30-day turned out to be exactly the time frame that I needed to finish packing up, to finish all my plans, to have a little bit of breather. And because in the first week of June, I flew to Israel for a week, like as a pilot trip. And then as soon as I came back from Israel, a few days later, I flew to New York and stayed there for the summer until I flew to Israel. So all of these steps, I think, again, you know, it's unpleasant each time, but it's like we got to go through the unpleasant thing because our ego is so tight that it's like we think it needs to be this way and it needs to be like this, and it's really hard to let go and trust that this is not the best, you know, it's okay, so money's gone, maybe there's another way. I don't know. I don't know. Even like thinking my trip to Ukraine, I went to like for 17 days to Ukraine to see my relatives, and my cousin passed away like less than a week before me arriving, which of course my relatives were stressed out and could not give me the time that, which was fine. I met another family there that wanted to help by taking me under their wing instead of having me like I had a trip all planned out through my cousin's friend. And because we changed the plans to thinking that it'll make things easier for everybody, and it was better, it was a much better option. I just lost a few $100s. My relatives went ballistic on me, which again, in my attempt to bring the families closer and get to know everybody, it actually pushed us even further apart, which was a necessary thing because I can't assent if I'm attached to anybody in my family. I can sense myself pulling towards somebody, like my uncle who's in Ukraine, and once in a while he was nicer than my dad, and I would levitate towards that. But then his temper turned on, and his temper is sometimes even more vicious than that of my dad. So it's like I levitate to that little speck of light. And that incident, that fight had to happen for me to see that I need to detach from it. I can't, it's not fair to me to hold on to that little speck of light. I deserve all of the light, and I'm not going to get it from anywhere in my family, of course. So I need to detach from all of them, every single one. And that fight, I think, happened for a reason, or the death of my cousin happened for a reason. It's like he died like 6 days before me coming. So like, I can't even cancel the plans. It's too late. So it's like, you have to go there and you have to go through that. It's like, it was like an explosion. Like they went crazy, and we're like, we're trying to make things easier for you. So yeah, these are just a few instances. I've had so many. And so why am I even thinking about this and processing it? Is like, because I'm going through a transitional phase right now and heading even deeper into the unknown. I don't have plans at all. I don't know how much security I have. Like, I'm going away just to the mountains for 3 months. That's all that is known right now. As of today, I know I still have some clients, like the part-time. And that's it. That's all I know. As I'm getting ready for it, in the beginning, when I told my parents, like, so I booked it like two weeks before my move. Things were already getting tense, and my mom was even more pissed off. She was like constantly bugging me, like, are you gonna take this with you? Are you gonna take that with you? What should I do with it? Should I throw it out? Should I like, and I already answered her that question. Like, if you want to get rid of any of my stuff that I leave, get rid of it. If this is what you want to do, get rid of it then. I'm just taking what I can take with me. I know I can take 3 suitcases. That's all the cab allows. That's all I'm taking for the 3 months. If you don't want me back, that's how it's gonna go. I'm gonna have to figure out the next steps. I hope I won't come back. I hope to stay up there. I feel like I'm just so ready to leave New York and this dense energy, but I don't know what the plan is. So I don't know what security I'm gonna have. I don't know anything, honestly. I'm making a list of things, of personal projects that I'd like to finish. So I'm just making a list. It's just personal projects and things that keep me busy. I just kind of wanted to just sit in quiet and work without tension and constant stress of somebody yelling, of somebody coming in and yelling. And I'm looking forward to that greatly. So this is a complete unknown. Like, there's barely any plan. I don't think this ever happened. Even like Israel was quite planned. It's scary. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm having trouble sleeping. But from all of the life experiences that I've had, the unknown, or when things hurt, there's an opening waiting for you. Like, just, it's gonna come. So that's where I'm putting my faith. And that's all I wanted to share.